most humble pranams at the lotus feet of our dear Mother Sai and Sai Ram, brothers and sisters. I am Nandini from the Sri Sathya Sai Center of Leeds. My journey with Swami started at a very young age of 9 or 10 with Bal Vikas. My initial attraction of attending the Bal Vikas lessons were the Sai Ram Goli, a small mint candy that we would get at the end of our lessons. With time, the obsession grew into bhajans, shlokas, stories, and they completely took over. My parents, who were ardent Shirdi Sai Baba devotees, were not adverse to us attending Bhalvikas, but their participation was limited only to coming and watching the programs when we participated. They had made that clear right from the beginning that they wouldn't be participating in any other activities. But there was always a longing in my heart that my parents should come and attend and we should attend all activities, just like I would see all my Balvikas friends' families would do. And Swami, with a snap of his finger, made that happen. This was at a time when I was in university, and every time I would come home for the holidays, I would go and attend the Sai Center activities and the bhajans. Music and Sai bhajans were always my main source or my expression of my devotion to Swami. One such time when I attended the bhajan and I came back home, I saw my mother was reading this beautiful book on Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. I told my mom that would you rather read about divinity or come and experience it live at the bhajans? So at that point we struck a deal. By then my mother knew about my faith and my devotion to Swami, and this was much after I passed all my Balvikas. So she had seen how Swami's unseen hand was protecting me while I was away from home at the university. So we struck a deal to say that for 1 month, my parents would attend every single Sai Center activity, whether it was bhajans, seva, Balvikas, Narayan Seva, and in return, if by the end of 1 month it did not appeal to them, I wouldn't ask them to ever attend anything or I wouldn't nag them in attending Swami's activities. Weeks went by, I completely forgot about it once I went back to university. A couple of months later, when I came back home, I saw that my parents had no time for me because they were completely engrossed attending all of Swami's activities. By then, my mother had started assisting my Balvikas Guru in her Balvikas lessons. My father was very active with the Sathya Sai medical seva camps in villages. And what started as a small seed from a Balvikas child ended up bringing my family into mainstream Sai activities and completely took over our family. This is the magic of Swami. A small seed, a small thought in your heart, and Swami will go out of his way to fulfill that for you. As a part of my Balvikas activities when I was young, we would sing this song called O Ma Sai Ma on pretty much every one of Swami's birthdays. By the end of it, we were even called as the O Ma Girls. One such time when I was singing this on the stage on Swami's birthday, and I believe I was about 11 or 12 at the time, I had a thought in my heart, Swami, this would be so beautiful if I could ever get to sing this to you in Prashanthi Nilayam. I forgot about it much later, but Swami, the ever kind mother, never forgot. Much later, after a couple of years, we went to Sai Kulwant Hall as a part of all India Bal Vikas alumni meet. The session was for about 3 or 4 days, I believe. And on the last day, I had an early flight, so I was about to miss my evening session. Grudgingly, I packed my bags and I kept thinking, Swami, I don't want to miss this session in the evening. It would be so beautiful if you could just cancel my flight or delay my flight, or something could happen such that I could attend the evening session. The Divine Mother is always listening, as we know. And right then, I received a text to say that my flight was cancelled. And at that moment, I had the race of my life to run to Sai Kulwant Hall. Swami had already come, the darshans had begun, and I went and joined my group. As I sat there, huffing and puffing, I prayed to Swami and I said, you fulfilled such a small thought in my heart. If I could, express my emotion to you right now, it would be in the form of the O Ma Sai Ma Bhajan. And believe it or not, that is when the musical offering started with the O Ma song. Tears pouring down my eyes. I sang the song to my heart's content, and I could see Swami looking at me and smiling. At that moment, I said, Swami, this is the best darshan I've ever had in all these years that I've come to you, and I can't ask for anything more. So from here on, it is all about what you ask of me rather than what I ask of you. And that was the last physical darshan of Swami that I could ever see. Swami left his mortal coil much after that. This is Swami for us. He's omniscient, he's omnipotent, he's omnipresent. And he knows every small thought that's in our heart, every what if and every if onlys. Nimish Uncle or Nimish Pandya, the All India President, had once addressed all of us Balvikas children and said a very beautiful line that stayed with me after 2 decades. It still resonates with me. He said that all Balvikas children are soldiers in Swami's army. It is very important that all of us stay on the mission of doing the right thing, saying the right thing, behaving in the right way. We are the examples that Swami has set around in the world. Swami is judged, Swami's life is known through us. So it is our responsibility to behave the best way we can. My only advice and only message to all Balvikas children and to all the youth is that Swami is that magician who can turn your life around with a snap of his finger. He knows your every wish, he knows your every desire, and he's waiting and sitting there, listening to every thought of ours. All we can do is surrender and be completely faithful to Swami, and he will make our lives the best we can ever live. Jai Sai Ram.